Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Glossier Stretch Fluid Foundation. It's going to be an application and review video as well. So this is the finished look using this foundation. I also did a full face of Glossier, so I hope you enjoy. I hope this is helpful. If you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe if you have not already, and let's get into it. So this is the Glossier Stretch Fluid Foundation. I'm going to talk a little bit about the packaging right now, just so you can get an idea of what it looks like. I'm just gonna clean it off because it is like a mirrored lid and they get all fingerprinty. It comes in a clear glass bottle with a mirrored lid. You get 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliters, and it also is a pump. So that's super nice because you don't have to mess with a doe foot applicator or a pipette or just an open lid or anything like that. So that's really nice. I do appreciate that it is a pump. And then it has the word Glossier across the bottom, which I think is really cute. They always have such sleek, beautiful packaging. The Stretch Fluid Foundation comes in 32 flexible shades, varying from very deep to very light. This is $34 for 1 ounce. And on the website, it says it's an 89% skincare-based gel cream foundation that leaves skin looking moisturized with a natural to you finish, formulated to fuse with skin, never cake on top, to blend seamlessly and wear up to 12 hours. They also say this is dermatologist tested, formulated without fragrance, and non-comedogenic. It also claims to be crease resistant, sweat resistant, vegan, transfer resistant, and cruelty free. The crease resistant, sweat resistant, and transfer resistant are pretty big claims. I would disagree with those after having tried this for a long time. I don't think it's crease resistant and I don't think it's transfer resistant. I haven't really sweat in a very long time with foundation on. I haven't sweat in a very long time, period. So I have not tested that part out. But if you have, please comment down below how you feel about this foundation and sweating and if it held up, because I have no idea. So those are some specs. It also says it has light to medium coverage and a natural finish. I would agree with that. It does have light to medium coverage, and I think it has a very beautiful skin-like finish. I have 3 shades: medium 1, medium 3, and medium 5. So if you are a similar skin tone to me, I'm going to swatch them on the side of my face so you can see what they look like. For me right now, I think medium 1 works the best, but I'll swatch all 3 of them so you can see. The pump is also very nice. I feel like it's very precise. It doesn't pump too much or too little. It feels very controlled. Okay, so this is medium 1, which I think is my shade right now. Medium 1 is described as a medium with neutral undertones. This one is medium 3. Medium 3 is described as a medium with golden undertones. And then we have medium 5. And medium 5 is described as a medium with olive undertones. And again, we have medium 1, medium 3, and medium 5. And today I'm going to be wearing medium 1. Okay, so you're zoomed in for the application. I mentioned this in my favorites video, but I like to apply this on the back of my hand. So I'll pump about half a pump on the back of my hand, and I'll use a spatula of some sort to spread the product across my skin to get an even thin layer just across my face. I really like this method because it gives me a nice thin layer of foundation, but then I get the coverage that I like. It also keeps me from using a ton of product and looking too heavy or cakey on my face because I prefer a lighter weight base. I'll also show you what this foundation looks like just on one side so you can get an idea of what the coverage looks like. I usually just do 1 layer like this, and sometimes I'll add a little bit more when I feel like I need a little bit coverage in some spots. And the way that I like to blend this in is just with a beauty sponge. It just makes it really quick and easy. And I like the coverage of a sponge as well. I'm breaking out right now, so I feel like this is a good representation of the coverage because you can still kind of see this spot right here and some hyperpigmentation that I have right here on my cheek as well. But I feel like this just gives me really pretty everyday lightweight coverage. It covers everything the way that I like it without covering too much. So this is one side with and one side without. with again and without. It evened everything out really beautifully, and I think this color match is pretty good for me too. Okay, so this is what the foundation looks like all over my face. I feel like it looks so pretty. It looks very natural and I love the finish. I really like the coverage. It's light, it's everyday, and it looks very skin-like. I just really love how my base looks like every single time I use this foundation, and I have no complaints. This was my favorite foundation last month, and I'm going to continue to love it throughout this month as well. But again, you can see that it's not covering up completely everything. I still have some acne and discoloration that is peeking through, but I still really like the coverage, and I like my skin to look like skin when I wear a foundation. So I feel like this is a really good in between, like a skin tint and foundation for me. It has really nice in between coverage that I really like. Sometimes when I want more coverage, I'll build it up in the center of my face, and just for the sake of this video, I will do that so you can see what it looks like layered up. So I'm gonna do like a quarter pump more and build up coverage in the center of my face. The spatula that I'm using right now is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think this is their like brow freeze spatula. I really need to get the Picasso one that one of you recommended, but I recently got this in PR and I was like, ooh, a new random spatula for me to use. And I've been liking this one a lot actually. Okay, so just gonna build up coverage in the center like I mentioned. And that is the coverage that I would stick with because this is how I like to look on an everyday basis when I wear makeup. I thought we could continue on and do a full face of Glossier as well so you can see what products look like sitting on top of the foundation. So I'm going to go in with the Glossier Stretch Concealer in the shade Medium 1 as well and put that onto my under eyes. With the Stretch Concealer, I usually like to pick it up on my finger and then blend it out with that finger, and then I'll take a sponge and further blend it out. I'm going to pop a little bit of that concealer onto this blemish and just pat that in with my finger because I want to keep a little bit more coverage there. But I just love the finish of this foundation. I think it's so pretty. It really does just look like my skin but better. I also have this brush I forgot to talk about earlier. I actually really like this brush, but I wanted to show you how I use the foundation and how I like to apply it. I don't usually use this brush, but clearly it's very well used. It looks really gross right now actually. Sorry. Don't look at it too long. But I actually really like this brush because of the way it contours on your face. If you are rushing, this is an amazing brush to apply foundation because it covers like half of your face when you're applying it, and it just smooths over the skin so quickly, applies the foundation so quickly to your face and so evenly as well. I also love the feeling of this. It feels very like therapeutic, almost like rubbing a gua sha across your face because of the contours of the brush. I think this is a really well designed brush. The only thing is I'm worried about washing it because this has its own container within the brush. So you flip this over like that, and now it's all enclosed and you can like pop it in your purse. So this is very much so for the person on the go who is like doing their makeup in the car, on the train, on the bus, in the back of a lift or something like that. But I am just concerned about washing it because I have not washed it yet, clearly. So I don't know what that experience is like. I'm kind of worried that water will get trapped in this section and it'll rust. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. I'll report back on that later. This came out with a foundation. A lot of people thought it was very gimmicky because it looks very gimmicky, but I actually really like this, and I think it applies foundation beautifully, and I have used this multiple times and I've really liked it. But right now I've just been preferring to use a spatula and a sponge, so I wanted to show you that. Okay, to bronze my face, something very exciting came in the mail today. It is the new Glossier bronzers in the cloud paint packaging, which everyone was asking for. So that's what I'm going to use today. I'm not going to talk in depth about these. It is going to be a low-key first impression because I have not opened these. These arrived today in the mail. But if you want a full in-depth video on these as well, please let me know in the comments and I'm happy to do that. I'm going to go in with the shade Swept. I'm really excited for these. For blush, I'm going to be wearing the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Soar. I thought it would be cute with my sweater. I'm going to put a few faux freckles on with the Glossier Brow Flick. I'm going to put some boy brow in the shade Brown. I'm going to use the Glossier Monochromes in the shade Almond for my eyeshadow today. This is my favorite Monochromes from Glossier. It's my most used of the Monochromes. Just finished curling my lashes and I'm going to apply the Lash Lift by Glossier for my mascara today. I haven't used this on my top lashes in a very long time, so I'm curious to see what this looks like. I'm also going to very lightly set the center of my face, mostly like my forehead area, with the Glossier Wowder. And for my lip today, I'm going to use the Glossier Gen G in the shade Fuzz. This is what the foundation is looking like after putting on the rest of my makeup. Everything sat really beautifully on top. I really love the finish of everything. It still looks very skin-like. I just love the finish. It's perfect for me for every day. And I haven't had any issues with other products not working well with the foundation, so it's quite versatile because it has worked with everything that I've put on top of it. And I've worn this foundation a ton. It also wears throughout the day really, really well. It doesn't get like separated or weird or like sink into my pores funny. It also doesn't get like cakey in any part or like cling onto dry patches weird for me personally. So all other reasons why I love this foundation, and I think it's so pretty and why it ended up in my favorites last month. And like I mentioned before, I just love how my makeup turns out every single time that I wear this foundation. I feel like it has a really pretty luminous finish as well because I'm not wearing any highlighter or anything, and I feel like the tops of my cheeks just look very radiant. Alrighty, so that is my review for the Glossier Stretch Fluid Foundation. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know your thoughts on this after watching this video, or if you have any further questions about the product, happy to answer them all in the comments down below. If you have tried this, also please let me know what your thoughts are on it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? How'd you feel? How'd it wear? I would love to hear your thoughts on this foundation. And yeah, I hope you're having a good day wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!